Today I'm happy to finally say welcome back to the Minnesota Gophers Dynasty. The wait is over as we enter Season 9. Today I'd like to introduce you all to this year's team as we launch a brand new era in the Gophers Dynasty. You will see some familiar faces, but many of the players who defined the last era have graduated. Those players built a winning tradition, and we're going to find out if this team can carry the torch. If they are successful, this will truly be a dynasty. Let's take a closer look at this year's team. We're replacing 10 starters this season, including 4 All-Americans on defense, our starting quarterback, starting receivers, tight end, and 2 offensive linemen. The offseason began with 15 players graduating, 2 freshmen deciding to transfer, and sophomore Calvin Hall wanted to leave to the NFL. This would mean we'd have to replace another defensive starter. However, Calvin Hall was persuaded to stay. The same cannot be said about the 2 freshmen who wanted to transfer, as they will both be moving on to new teams. 8 of our seniors last year were taken in the NFL draft, including 4 in the first round, and I can't believe Jonathan Starks is not among these 8. That's a problem. We all know there were some great players on this team, and there are some big shoes to fill. I knew going into this offseason that some freshmen would have opportunities, and we already had put together a pretty strong recruiting class with a few more prospects I wanted to commit. The player at the top of my list was tight end Michael Williams, the number 5 tight end in this class. He's 6'7" and could be a tremendous asset to our running game. With Jonathan Starks graduating, I also thought about linebacker and found another undersized prospect in Malcolm Robinson, who just happened to be the number 1 rated outside linebacker in this class. There was also Darius McCullough, a defensive end with good size, who I thought would be a good backup to Greg Kelly. The last player was Walter Jones, a 5'11", 171-pound corner who I thought would make a better safety. He has good range and coverage ability, nice developmental prospect here. Signing day brought us some good news as we received commits from Malcolm Robinson, Michael Williams, and Walter Jones. After graduating our most talented group of seniors, we ended up with the 7th best recruiting class, and some of these freshmen will have a chance to play in their true freshman season. You saw a glimpse of one earlier, number 17, wide receiver Clint Porter. I had no intentions of redshirting him after 4 receivers graduated last year. He's 6'4", 215, and seems to have a knack for making the spectacular play. This hasn't happened very often in this series, but as a true freshman, he will start in Week 1. I'm always excited about our new talent, but here's a look at our returning players and their current ratings. I think our defense is still going to be very strong. However, moving on from Jonathan Starks, David McClellan, Brian Weaver, and Corey Boyd is going to be tough. Another one of our new starters you saw make some plays earlier is outside linebacker Josh Mackey, who's now playing in the place of Reggie Carter, as Reggie Carter plays in Jonathan Starks' old role. One thing's clear, Mackey can hit. I think he'll fit right in with this defense. Our defense has been a major strength for a while, and I believe there are strength heading into this season. But defense is only half the battle. Let's focus on offense once again and the most important position, quarterback. We haven't had to worry very much about this position, thanks to Andy McKenzie and Andrew Johnson the 1 year he had to play. This year, our starting quarterback is sophomore Tim Gallagher. He's a strong-armed lefty quarterback who has some mobility, but nothing like Andy McKenzie. He has some big shoes to fill, and will throw his first career pass in Week 1. Strong quarterback play is part of how we went 46-9 over the past 4 seasons. We'll see if Tim Gallagher has what it takes to be our starting quarterback. I chose him over Charles Daniels, who's a good runner, but doesn't have Gallagher's arm. I'm not sure what to expect from this passing game. We have a brand new quarterback. We have inexperienced receivers, but we still have our running backs. Matt Pierre and TJ Jackson both played very well last year, and our offense could revolve around those two. Receiver is the one major concern right now, with only 2 receivers on the team who have caught a pass, Lee James and Nick Wilkerson, and they combined for 519 yards. With no proven receivers on the roster, we'll see if any of these receivers can break out. Here is a look at our freshmen. We have 4 freshmen, including 1 walk-on, who are not being redshirted. Now, Andy Johnson, Randy Rodriguez, and Malcolm Robinson may be able to contribute right now, but for now they're going to be redshirted until I find a role for them, if there is a role for them this season. I would like to play these guys and not have them transfer. Now we'll take a look at the Season 9 schedule, which opens up at home against Idaho and then UAB, a non-conference game we've all been looking forward to for a while. We'll meet up with running back Aaron Higdon, who is the highest rated player on UAB's team. We finish non-conference play against Colorado, and then open up Big Ten play against Ohio State. It looks like 3 key matchups are spread out. Ohio State early, Michigan in the middle, and Nebraska towards the end. And so, Season 9 is here. The roster is set, the depth chart is ordered, and we are ready to go in Week 1. The last 4 years were a lot of fun, but now it's time to kick off a new era. We have some returning players, but who will be the players to define this era in the Minnesota Gophers dynasty? But most importantly, can this team continue the success that began with the previous era? 46-9 over 4 seasons, 2 bowl victories, 2 Big Ten championships, 1 national championship, and of course the 1 loss in the national championship last year. Our ultimate goal is to win another national championship, and it's not going to be easy. Many of our great players have graduated, and new players are stepping into larger roles. Continuing the success of last era is going to be a major challenge, and we'll find out if this team is ready. Season 9 is here, and we kick off next time against the Idaho Vandals. Thank you guys for watching, and welcome back to the Minnesota Gophers dynasty. It's great to have the series back. Thank you guys for being patient, and next time we are on to Week 1 as we begin this new era. I'm excited to see what Season 9 has in store. Let me know down in the comments section what your expectations are for this season. How do you think this team will play after our most successful era and after graduating our most successful group of seniors? Also, let me know which players you are most excited to see. Personally, I want to see what Clint Porter can do. At first, I had him as the number 4 receiver on the depth chart, but after seeing all those plays he made, he had to be elevated. He's now a starter and the number 2 receiver. We'll see if Clint Porter can make some noise as a true freshman starter, one of the very few to be a true freshman starter in this series. I also want to see what Tim Gallagher can do. He's succeeding Andy McKenzie, and I think he has a lot of arm talent, but I'm not sure how much we're going to use him outside the pocket. Another player I'm predicting to have a big year this season is running back Matt Pierre, who definitely had a breakout season last year. And if this offense gets off to a slow start, or regardless if we don't, this offense could be running through Matt Pierre. He's one of our best playmakers. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comment section below, and I'll be interacting with you guys there. But I hope you guys are excited. Week 1 is almost here. The Minnesota Gophers dynasty is back, and next time we get back on the field. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in Week 1 of Season 9.